What up guys? So I am here to finally break down the Phoenix Automotive head unit, the Tesla style. I wasn't planning on doing this for maybe a couple more weeks just to kind of give it the same amount of time that I gave all the other head units, but everybody is bugging me to do this. And it's been a few weeks, almost a month now, and I think I know the ins and outs of this thing, so I'm gonna take you down to the head unit, go through the system and my experience with it, and pretty much how great this thing is honestly has been, because I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on it. A lot of people have heard that there's bad reviews on it. I don't know if they've heard that over it being in the 4Runner or just other vehicles, because Phoenix Automotive does have these head units for multiple vehicles. So maybe when one does bad on one vehicle experience, maybe in like some Ford Explorer or whatever vehicle that they offer it for, and you know, it kind of just travels and it gets a bad reputation. But I know my experience, I'm going to be brutally honest here and let you know what my thoughts are on this. But to be honest, a lot of them I have to nitpick this thing, because I've had a very good experience. So far it's one of my favorites, and yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this and I'll show you the ins and outs of the Tesla style. Alright guys, so here we are. This is the Tesla style screen in the 5th gen 4Runner. It is available, I believe, for 2010 and up. As far as the install, it was pretty simple. It was just like the other ones, but there's a couple extra parts, obviously, with removing all the AC and everything like that. It wasn't very difficult. I do have a little part that I'm going to show you in the video where I actually had to lift up this whole, the whole shifter bezel area here, in order to get this whole screen in. That's the install of the Phoenix radio, and just while I'm down here, I wanted to show you guys what the extra you kind of have to do with this is, and you have to take out the whole bottom tray part. So in order to do that, I had to take up the whole front of the shifter bezel and take all that up. So now let's go ahead and boot it up, and I can show you exactly what this thing looks like. So starting off, I have my CarPlay, which automatically is connecting, just because I think it was probably my favorite thing about this head unit that I'm going to probably repeat over and over in this video, is that the CarPlay connects immediately. That was real time right there. No editing, no nothing. It is all connected up. And as you can tell on the Tesla screen, it's a nice large screen. It fits the CarPlay look. That's my new off-roam phone mount. This thing is badass. Check it out. Maybe I'll do another video on that one. I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, so let's go ahead and just start off kind of where I start off with the other ones. First, the looks. The looks of this thing, it is a nice matte black. They do have a gray option. Get a phone call. They do have a gray option if you want to keep it, you know, kind of in sync with everything else. I personally like the black and the gray look, so I went with the matte black here. I believe they have gloss black too. I think that is an option. All right, so this is the main screen. So if you push home, this is where it's at. Now, yours obviously won't come looking like this. This is all customized. You have the option of changing the background. Right off the bat, they do have like a 3D version of a either a Tundra or some other. It's not a 4Runner on there. It's a 3D version of it, but I went ahead and replaced that with this one, which is a pretty cool feature, and I will do a separate video showing you how to accomplish that. It's a little tricky, but it's really not too bad. You're just basically going into the files and you're copying, pasting your picture into another folder in order to have this option. So it's super simple. At this screen, you're gonna have your options. You're gonna have your navigation, radio, music, apps, car settings, and regular settings. Let's go into the apps here, and pretty basic stuff. You do have an option of having a anytime front camera and rear camera, which is pretty cool. So if I click rear camera here, it will go to my rear camera, and that's not with my anytime backup camera or anything. That's just how this comes naturally, which I think is a pretty cool feature. It is a smaller screen for whatever reason, which I would like that to be larger, but it is what it is. At least it works. You can look at your gallery if you have pictures. I only have this picture of the truck here at the moment. And coming back to home, music, same thing. I don't have anything downloaded in here. Now, if I go to settings, you can go into the Wi-Fi. You can put in your own SIM card here, and this will connect just like all the other head units that I have reviewed. It's pretty much the same thing. You can connect to the Wi-Fi here. Now, going into, let's go car settings. So car settings here, average speed, miles per gallon. I mean, this is nothing I've really messed with very much. It looks like it'll show you all your stuff. Amplifier settings, I don't have a amp or anything in here, but you can't control it all. Now, this is a pretty cool screen here. This is what controls all the ins and outs of, unlock the door, intelligent lock, and one key start. I don't have a lot of these options. I have a 2014, so a lot of these options don't apply to me. But a couple of cool things that I was able to do is ambient light change. So the lights will change when you accelerate. They'll do a 7-color jump, a 3-color jump, which is super cool. And that's actually what I have on here at the moment. So if I turn on the lights, you can't see them during the day, but I will add a clip in this video of showing it at night, and all these lights that control this will change from blue to red to whatever, and it'll kind of just glow. So I think that's a pretty cool feature. But this controls front radar range, rear radar range. I imagine this is for like the newer models with more of these options. So a lot of us older generations aren't really going to have the ability to mess with these very much, but still cool. Lots of cool options in here. Pitch and roll, just like I have my inclometer. I have up there, it's got one of those. So it doesn't look like it's working right now because I'm parked still and apparently the truck's moving. I don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, cool feature there. If you go into apps, there's some even more settings. You go into settings under the apps, and then you can move over to display, sound, GPS, storage. A lot of these I didn't really mess with too much. I switched from Celsius to Fahrenheit. This was one confusing thing. They gave me a password on here. I don't know if it's going to be like this for everybody else. They gave me a password 3368, and I could go into everything. This is the one thing during the setup I actually had to do was switch. I had to get into here and go to car model here and switch it to 4Runner 2016 hand in order for the AC to actually work. I don't know if everyone else is going to be running into this, but maybe keep that code and try this if you are having issues with the AC working, because I had all this set up, had the screen in and everything, and the AC wasn't working. But once I switched to this, it worked, no issues. So not sure if everyone's gonna need a code, but there it is in case you need it. Boot screen logo, I switched to Toyota. There is an OBD option here, which you can have that plugged in. I believe they have that as an option to buy with this head unit. I don't have it. but you can actually see all your stuff. I have it OBD too. I don't know if I can connect it to here, but it's another story. So they do have that option, so make sure you check it out. The rest, you know, going into your accounts, Google settings, backup, reset, blah, blah, blah. All pretty basic stuff that all the head units can pretty much do. There's the Wi-Fi again. Now clicking back to home. Now this is the main screen. There aren't other pages. You do get that cool effect though, so it sees that you are trying to move, but there is just the one page. The rest is pretty much just the apps. A lot of the pictures that I use to get on here to put my Mammoth 4Runner logo and everything in the background was through my drive. I just used my Google Drive, and I, you know, obviously have the pictures in there, so I was able to save them to here, and I go through File Manager, and like I said, I'll do a separate video showing you guys exactly how I customize the front screen. One cool feature I do like, they have the RPMs. Obviously my truck cannot go up to 240 miles per hour, but still this thing actually clocks perfectly with what it is on my dash as well. So cool little feature that they have there. My favorite obviously is the customization of the background with my truck here and the large screen. Let's go ahead and jump on to YouTube. We'll set this up. We'll take off CarPlay, and I just can't talk too well about the CarPlay here, because what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect the CarPlay while the truck's on, and I will reconnect it and show you how quick it actually connects to CarPlay. There's just zero interruption. It goes right back to it, not a problem. So it makes me more comfortable, because when I am on a road trip or something and I wanna go to FaceTime, or if I wanna watch a movie on here, or my kid wants to watch a movie on here while we're driving, I don't have an issue of switching from CarPlay to the regular unit and going online and everything in order to make that happen. So it just connects right back to the CarPlay, which I just can't really say good enough things about that, because that was the one thing I was having issues with in all the other head units, was the CarPlay. I don't know why. I don't know what Phoenix did that is different about this one, but it works very well. So let's go into Wi-Fi here. All right, so we are connected to the internet. I have it set up onto my home Wi-Fi. You can usually just use your personal hotspot, obviously, when you're driving. So going into, let's start with Instagram. Instagram's one of my favorites on here because it is a vertical screen, so you are getting a lot more of use out of the app, and getting a full screen is pretty freaking cool in your car in order to use your screen. But there you go. There is Instagram, one big full screen, super, super cool. Go to the Reels here.
Hi, Mom. What are you? Wish I could just bottle this up and put it in my pocket.
And yeah, it's, you know, full screen. It's awesome. It's Instagram for you. And there's Text Made and his badass 5th gen on 37, long travel, wicked creation. What's up? Let's go ahead and go to. Let's go to Facebook. Another one. Which is large screen as well. So all the, you know, you get a full vertical screen on this. And that's the way Facebook looks. This is my personal profile, so I'm not gonna go too much into it. Then let's see, we have YouTube. The important one, because I use YouTube all the time. Obviously you get your full vertical screen all on here. Now when watching And there you go. Pretty cool. Everybody asks me, can you watch Netflix on here? There is no app to download Netflix, but you can go. I went on to Google and I just Googled Netflix, and looks like you could sign in. See, there's my Netflix search. You can sign in and just watch it from there. I don't know why the app's not available, but there's Netflix on there, and there's obviously the internet browser. If you click these buttons right here to the top, you'll be able to see all your screens that you are currently at. So you can go back to whatever you were on. It's pretty smooth. Obviously the transitioning of everything. You can watch HBO Max, which if you got HBO, then that is pretty sweet. So you just get ready for those car drives or those camping trips that hopefully you've got some service, and you can watch all your videos on your House of Dragons or Game of Thrones, which is what I'm all into right now. Let's see. Same thing. So we'll go to Chrome again. Here's my website. So this is like what the websites look like. Full screen. This always cuts off. I don't really know why, but probably because it's the vertical screen. Make sure to check out mammoth4runner.com. Check out all the old pics, all the sponsors. Same thing, tabs up here. To go back to whatever you're going back to, open up all your screens, go back to whatever you want to Netflix. So it is pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. I wish I could get rid of this music right here, this music widget. I don't know what's up with all these head units and having widgets that you can't remove. It drives me crazy, but for whatever reason I can't remove that. I guess when I get music there one day, it won't be that bad. It'll be okay. Now let's go ahead and go back into the CarPlay, because I am connected right now to my internet, and this is where I was having problems with the Dasta, the T10. It's like once you disconnect from CarPlay, you are screwed. There's really no going back to it. So we're gonna go back into apps here. We're gonna go to CarPlay. And there you go. So what was that, like 10 seconds? And I am back into CarPlay. It disconnected from my internet. It's perfectly fine. Legit, love it. Go to maps. You get your full maps here, which is super cool. Just good look while you're driving, and makes you feel like you're kind of like in a spaceship. But I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is probably my favorite head unit. This thing has just been nothing but badass and smooth. I've had such a great experience with it. Now, saying that, let's go ahead and get into my nitpicks and the things, because I was been trying to really kind of find things I don't like about it, or that I would want to change on it, or that could maybe turn a lot of people off from it.